Hey everyone. So I was gonna record some other videos today, and I still am. I do still planning on recording some other videos today, but this is a video that I really didn't expect to have to make. But I felt that this is something that kind of means a lot to me, because I grew up watching Star Wars. So to see, Carrie Fisher, the actress who played Princess Leia, to have passed, this means a lot to me. And this is it's just Princess Leia died. You can't really, there's not much to say. But for me, I have a story that I don't really like to tell too often. But sometimes around campfires or something, not really literally around campfires, but it's just one of those stories that you tell every now and again. How I touched Carrie Fisher's boob. So I'm going to set the setting. And this was totally accidental. You'll see when I get into the story. So Fan Expo Dallas 2015. I went with a friend of mine because we knew Carrie Fisher was going to be there. We knew Adam West was going to be there, Stanley, tons of other people. So we went to Fan Expo Dallas, and we had bought tickets to be able to be in a photo shoot with her and take pictures with her, right? But I'm going to get onto that a little bit later. I'm going to get onto the photo shoot later. That's where the meat of the story is, but I'm going to kind of build up first. So me and him go to Fan Expo Dallas, and we end up going into her panel, because she had a panel where she sat up on stage and she talked about, all sorts of different things. Keep in mind, this was before Episode 7 had come out. So, she couldn't really release that much information involving the movie or anything, because I remember specifically on stage she kept saying, she kept almost not really talking about anything. She kept talking about her dog, or she kept talking about whatever, and she was like, oh, that doesn't really matter. What you guys want to hear and what you guys want to hear me talk about is Star Wars, right? And everyone would cheer and whatever, and then she'd immediately change the subject again onto something that wasn't Star Wars, and then she'd go right back and be like, oh, that's not what you guys want me to hear anyway. You guys want me to talk about Star Wars, right? And we'd all be like, yeah, and then she'd maybe tell us one or two things, behind the scenes thing about her past recording in Star Wars. Then she'd start talking about her dog again or something like that. So I mean, it was an interesting panel, but I always just remember that as being a funny moment. But anyway, we got out of her panel, and immediately following, she was having the photo shoot, the photo op. So me and my friend, we stood in line for a pretty long time, because there was a line, but just because there was a line, it didn't start yet. It still didn't start until an hour. But we stood in line because we wanted to kind of get it over with. So we stood in line to get a good spot, so that we would be kind of front in line, and we kind of were. We were kind of pretty close to the front. So we're moving up in line, and we just keep getting closer and closer, and then we finally enter in to where we're only a few people away from getting to be the people in the photo, and we see Carrie Fisher, and we're both kind of freaking out because we're like, whoa, dude, look, it's Princess Leia, right? So it's finally our turn, and we finally go up, to her, and me and my friend, we were in the picture together. So I mean, it wasn't just he was in one and then I was in one. We were both in one together. So he went on one side of her and I went on the other side. And here's where the meat of the story is. I didn't really know, what to do. I knew we needed it because it was a camera, so we needed all kind of getting close and stuff like that. And so I kind of had my arm around her back. And I didn't really know what to do with my left hand, so I just kind of put it on her arm. And that's when Carrie Fisher, she goes, oh, come on, you guys need to get in closer. And she grabs my hand and she pulls me to bring me in closer to her, and she like thrusts my hand down on her chest, and like it's not like I'm not talking like the upper chest here. I'm talking like, I don't know if I know she didn't do this intentionally. It was total like accidental, all in the moment. Like she's just trying to get me closer so we can all get in the picture together. But she totally threw my hand on her boob, and we took the picture. And then she was like, "All right, thanks, guys." And then we left. And then I was just like, "What happened?" I was like, I just touched Princess Leia's boob totally accidentally. Like, I did not even, I don't do that normally kind of thing, I didn't do it intentionally. I was just kind of like, I don't really know what to do. And she was like, "Oh, no, come on, just getting closer." She grabbed my hand, and just thrust me to her chest. And I was just like, okay, smile. And I was like, but I do have a picture. I do have that picture, but because I don't like showing off my face or anything like that, I like to keep that part of it secret. But yeah, this was definitely a moment that I do like to share sometimes. So I figured now is the best time of any to make a video and just kind of talk about that funny moment that I had last year at Fan Expo Dallas. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. You're super awesome. Yeah, you were a huge part of my childhood, so I really appreciate everything you did to help form me into the person that I am, because I watched your movies growing up. So you were before I got introduced to Disney princesses, I was introduced to Princess Leia. So I think that's the best way to start off. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this silly, stupid story of mine. That I always just think is the funniest mishap of events, and such a super fast, all in the moment kind of thing that I never expected would ever happen. But yeah, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, and may the Force be with you. Bye, guys.